What's tea, kids? And welcome back. Yes, girl. So tonight we're gonna have to have a little sisterly talk, boo, cause Miss Thing, it's a lot going on with you girls in these streets, honey. It's a lot going on, and this is the real tea. Like ReynaTeas, ReynaTeas always give you girls the real tea, but this tea is gonna be a mixture of unsweetened, bittersweet. She's gonna be the real, and you get it here from us. So, I have to get me a glass of wine, bitch, cause I'm just really thinking about this. Let me just have a sip, honey. Get into the spirit. So I've been really thinking about this, and it's a couple of you guys that have come to us, and we've been noticing this reoccurring theme that's going on with you guys. And even from my own personal experience, in which I want to talk about and share, like the severity of like what's really going on out here in these streets. Okay, I want to make this video talking about spiritual sexually transmitted diseases, okay, and astral parasites. Okay, they are very real. They're very much a factor. And it's very important for you guys, going to these workers and things like that. This is why we say, when you come to ReynaTeas, we highly suggest getting a reading with us, getting on the phone with us for that hour, letting us just dig all that up and really come to you with the best advice for you. Because I think what a lot of you girls, especially when you girls go to root workers and stuff, and they don't do readings, they don't like to do readings, they just want to take your money, and they don't even want to hear about the situation. They just promising you to bring this person back. In my personal, over here, bitch, on this channel, okay, in my personal feelings, I just feel like that's a person just trying to like get one in over you, and they're not really looking out for your spiritual well-being and your spiritual overall health. And you a lot of you guys, you get this dark work emails after emails of you girls coming to us, bitch, y'all done got dark work on this person. It's been however many months, however many years, you got this, doing this work on this person, trying to bring this person back into your life. And when that person comes back, they're still carrying all of that. They are carrying that infectious parasitic entity, those astral worms. If they exist on this plane, the third plane, the third dimensional realm, you best and trust believe they exist in the astral as well. Okay? You guys have to really come, we need to get out of this space of immediate gratification and immediate validation. And so many of us are so afraid of like going through the pain, but it's the pain that really fortifies us. It's that loss, and that when a person dog you out and they do you so wrong, and you want to invite that back into your life, that's so counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? That's so counterproductive to the overall growth and beauty that you're supposed to experience here in this life. You girls are completing and just continuing on cycles and cycles of this abuse and this garbage and this turmoil. We talked about this in the last narcissistic video. There has to come to a point where you like, these soulmates and these soul ties and these astral, etheric chords that you guys are experiencing. Like, I think the biggest lesson in my experience that I've gained from it is learning detachment, because bitch, trust and best believe, my Venus is in Cancer, okay? So it is very hard for me even to, when I'm in that phase, I'll say that, when I'm in that phase, to separate and detach and let go. Because when I love someone, I truly love them. It's hard to get in. I don't let many bitches in, but when a bitch get in, they're there, and they are swimming in my waters. And it's a very vulnerable place. It's a very vulnerable place to have these energies in that are just parasitic, and garbage. Okay, so that's like a little bit of what I want to start this video off with, but I wanted to go more in depth about like dealing with these astral parasites and these astral entities. And like I was saying before, you hoes out here that's going to these root workers and you're getting this dark work put on your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your ex, your lover, you're trying to do all this and then da-da-da-da. It don't matter how many years go by. That entity, that spirit, okay, that energetic vibration is still on them. So when you have these people come back, okay, and you lay down with them, you're taking that energy on, you're taking it in. And a lot of you girls too, you enjoy having this linkage with these people. And when you have these etheric cord ties with these people, a lot of the garbage that they're filtering you, the anxiety, the panic, the depression, the obsession, all these things, that's their shit that they're carrying, and they're constantly filtering that shit to you. These parasites are so, have you ever like watched here's some other tea too, like a lot of my YouTube, like my feed on YouTube, is a lot of nature stuff. I love nature. I love watching videos. BBC, Animal Planet, she's all right, but Animal Planet, she's like really cartoonish now. I don't really do her too much. But like National Geographic, just I love watching things about the earth, because the earth is first. Like, this bitch was here first. So like her carnal mentality, like beyond the intelligence and the higher vibrations and the elevation of where we as intellectual souls have reached, that bitch is still the base, okay? That base chakra is her, okay? So when yes, girl, I be researching all type of fucking microorganisms, biology, all type of things like that. I'm always been interested in stuff like that, as well as astrophysics, space. I'm a nerd, bitch. I'm a big ass nerd. So, when you look at the life form and the lifespan of viruses and parasites, okay? These motherfuckers are highly evolved, highly intelligent. Sometimes, like for example, I was watching one that infiltrates the grasshopper, okay? I think they're called hair worms. I think they're called hair worms. And even me talking about it is gonna make my skin crawl. And for some of you, your skin might crawl, but girl, it's the real tea. But in the lifespan of like the hair worm, there's a period where it incubates in a grasshopper, because it's not after the grasshopper, it's after, oh no, it is after the grasshopper, but it's another stage that it reaches or is in when it's in incubation, where it plants itself in another life form. So it goes in a cycle, but when it's in that previous life form before it reaches the grasshopper, it doesn't, it rides the host, but it doesn't it doesn't like infiltrate and do all this extra shit. It's stealth, you know. And a lot of times with us too, you know, these viruses and things like that, they be in us dormant for years. You know, I think every time, I might be mistaken, but you know, every time we like get a virus or something, it stays dormant in us. It doesn't die. It doesn't leave the body. Like the shit stays in us. You know, that's how the shingles virus re-emerges later on in life, because the shit is still in you dormant, like just waiting for the right, you know, the right atmosphere, the right tone, the right life cycle. But it knows, and then it triggers, and then bam, you know, it explodes and just causes all sorts of mayhem for the host, you know. And eventually, like in the lifespan of the hairworm, like it reaches a grasshopper, and then the grasshopper, like it takes control of its mind, and basically the grasshopper goes to water, and then the hairworms leave, you know, emerge from the body, and then the whole life cycle over again. So moving off of that subject, because it's pretty gross, but the same is said for astral parasites as well. They are highly evolved and adaptable entities, and they feed from us. They feed on us. They feed upon the strengthened, extreme traumatic, that trauma bonding that you girls be so addicted to with these narcissistic types and these partners and these abusive relationships. Heard that just pop? Confirmation teas, okay? Always confirmation teas. But these entities gorge on that feeling, because they're not physical, okay? They're energetic. So what do they suck upon? What do they feed upon? Energy. Okay, they root themselves in the many vortexes of our chakras. We don't just have 7, okay? We have our 7 main ones, but we have different chakra portals on our bodies. Okay, we have them in the arms, you know, the shoulders, pelvic, you know, thighs. Like there's a whole energetic network that runs through the course of our etheric sphere, our energetic sphere. And when we deal with people who are loaded with, when you look at these people, and I like to think of these people as like the real base runners of the earth. You know, a person who's just, I call them feral. You know, I do not fuck with no feral ass person, no man, no woman. I don't deal with feral ass hoes, okay, close to me. In my immediate circle, I don't deal with feral people like that, because feral animals, you know, when you look at them in nature, also a lot of them are carrying parasites. It's why they say, you know, when your cat goes outside for a night, you're not supposed to let them back in, okay? You're not supposed to let that animal back in, because, you know, they get to breathe and all and type of shit, and them parasites out there, they be ready to latch on to them. And the same can be said for your partner. When your partner goes out there into the world, sleeping with all these other different people, you know, laying up, doing this, all this and that, they bring all that energy back to you when they return. And a lot of times, even when they don't return and they have that etheric cord, that karmic cord attached, networking between you two, those entities siphon, motherfuckers crawl on that cord and get the sucking and getting the, you know, another thing too, that those microorganisms do is they trigger chemical responses in us to make us generate the type of source that they're looking for. I hope that makes sense. For example, you know, like with rabies, I think I'm like going back to the animals, but it's true, because these entities, they're of the animal kingdom. You know, they just don't have a physical form. But you know, with like rabies, motherfuckers get in the mind of like a raccoon or something, and it makes the animal be savage and mad and want to bite, because they need to spread. You know what I'm saying? So it releases a chemical reaction in the brain of its host to make them, you know, act out and, you know, do all this crazy stuff. So when you girls are going through these waves of obsession and depression, and this person's always on your mind, and you feel it in your solar plexus, you feel it in your heart chakra, those be parasitic entities, okay? Making you, sending you that energetic impulse to make you get in that frequency that they want, so they can suck more energy from you, okay? And best believe it's happening to your partner too. But see, your partner, these people that y'all want to be attached to, they're on autopilot. These narcissistic types, they're so, it's like a lot of times these type of people are so far gone that you explaining something like this to them, it doesn't even correspond. Like, they couldn't even comprehend. They may understand the symptoms and be like, damn, yeah, I am always thinking about him or her all the time. I'm always like, this person is always on my mind. Like, it's so strange. Or I'm always getting this feeling, this sensation is so strange. But they will never really grasp the spiritual comprehension of what it means and what's happening to them. So you have to be vigilant out here, okay? Like, a lot of you girls, I'm gonna have to be honest with you right now, bitch. Sometimes I be looking at y'all like, what, like, and we'll say it to you. That's no tea, bitch. You get on the line with us, honey, we're gonna be like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what's tea, girl? Like, Miss Thing, he did what? He doing what? What? You back with him after what? You want her back after they did what now? And it's like, it's too much. To be honest with you, bitch, I'm low-key scared, bitch, to be out here laying up with people. I am terrified, okay? Because not only, just my energy and my body is very sacred, it's very sacred, and I don't want to say it's pure, like giving all that tea, but it's very susceptible, bitch. You know what I'm saying? She can be very susceptible if I go out and bitch, go out and roll in the dirt. It's like going outside in a white t-shirt, bitch, and you brushing up against all these people. Eventually that shirt will stains. She's gonna have smudges. She's going to have impurities. Okay? So it's very important that a lot of you like get on it, girl. Get the fuck on it, because yeah. Let me just have another sip real quick. So now I want to go in and talk about spiritual sexually transmitted diseases, okay? I did touch on the parasites and what they are and how they, activate. But these spiritually, okay, when you girls go out here and you do curse, dark magic on someone, that's imprinted on their shit. It's imprinted in their karmic sphere, honey, in their energetic, bitch, their bubble, honey. What do they call it? It's a word for it, and I do know it. That aura, okay? It's imprinted there. It's a stain there, and that impurity lingers, okay? And when you girls have these people come back, it doesn't matter how many years have gone by. When those people come back and they have sex with you, they transmit that energy to you, okay? Right now, ReynaTeas is in the spirit of cleansing right now. We have 3 clients right now that we're working with, and bitch, all the girls are getting cleansing boxes, okay? Like, all the girls, because for you to even get the successful work that you want, to have this person come back, which is so, oh my God, it's so counterproductive. It's extremely counterproductive, because we're gonna cleanse you, and then you want to try to bring this person back. But hopefully, what we at ReynaTeas hope the magic of the equation is going to help you realize is through this cleansing and through this detachment and through this process of you getting back to yourself and getting the power back to yourself, you realize that this person is, you don't need that energy back in your life. You're too pure now. You're in a different space of light. So when they do come back, yes, it'll be satisfactory towards you because they did you wrong, and yes, bitch, you get that one up, honey. Like, yes, I knew your ass was gonna come back, motherfucker. I knew it. You could get that. Get your limelight. Get that. Live it, bitch, and get it. But be productive in your life. Be productive in your spiritual ascension. Be selfish in that, in your energy. You go through this process. A lot of you guys doing good, start doing good things. Doors start opening up for you, this and this and that. And that's exactly when these parasites, these motherfuckers are loaded with parasites, loaded with astral entities, loaded with debris and garbage, carnal garbage. Don't go now around here dipped and dived and dunk up in all God knows who, and want to come back and bring that energy to you. You're supposed to be at a place that when they come back, you don't even want them in your life. That's where you need to be at. It's the truth. It's the only way they're gonna come back. Honestly, if this person come back right now, when you're in this state of that longing and that that depression and that obsession, like, it just breeds more karmic garbage, just more bullshit. My ex, and bitch, I got another story time for you hoes, because I did say this in the last video, honey. I gotta do that story time, honey, and give you girls when 3 of these motherfuckers done came back. So about that tea, well, I'll do it here. Let's do it here, girl. We'll do her here. So I did mention in the last video my Taurus ex, the one I did in the Tranquil Spirit video on, he texted me today. Actually, I had not spoken to him. The last time I spoke to him was very nonchalantly. He told me, my response was very nonchalant, but he told me that he was being deported, like the papers were up and he had to leave. And I know he was trying to see me one last time and get one last piece of nookie, like his ass, I know his ass to be, and I was dodging his ass. I was motherfucking dodging him, bitch. It's like this song by Ariana Grande, All in My Head, but she says this part, she's like, Gucci tennis shoes, running from your issues. Okay, yeah. That was me, bitch, like dodging this nigga, and he was trying so hard to get me. So he texted me today, telling my son, oh, I just want to let you know. Mind you, no response, girl, no text back, nothing. Oh, just to let you know, I'm leaving, farewell, I want you to know that I'll always miss you. And I'm gonna be honest, yes, girl, I felt that notion in me. I felt that past girl who is buried. I felt her kind of wanting to claw her way out and go, and maybe I should go see him, be the last time, like, I'll never see him again. Oh my God, like, maybe I should just, like, say goodbye, like, maybe just have that movie moment. But I was like, just no, like, he doesn't deserve that. Like, bitch, I'm better than him. He means nothing to me. I love him, but he means nothing to me. That's where I am right now. So that's the situation, honey. I think he's leaving. I low-key think like he might be leaving in like 2 days or something. I think he'll be leaving Monday. I don't know this, but I think he'll be leaving Monday. Because see, he real slick. Like, I think the tea was, he was trying to text me today and be like, oh, well, farewell and all this, for me to respond and be like, well, you should come see me, you know what I'm saying? I'm leaving, blah, 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 blah. And I don't even want to get into that conversation with him, because I know sometimes I could be very conflict avoidant. So I don't even want to get into that conversation with him. But that's that tea. And then I have this other one who I was talking to maybe like 4 years ago. He lives in London, but when we were talking, he was here for like 2 months, and then he talked me into wanting to do this long distance situation with him, which I was like, but I did it. You know, we were talking, we would do the Skype and the FaceTime and everything. You know, he would send me coins. Yes, honey, he would send me money. But, you know, he just had no depth. He had no depth. And in my mind, he's a narcissist too. Very shallow, always needing to like, oh, let me see you, this and this and that. I'm gonna send you some lingerie. I want you to, you know, I only want you to talk to me on FaceTime with the lingerie on it, all this shit. And it's like, okay, that's cute, but like, I'm a bitch that needs depth. Okay, I'm a spiritually awakened person. Like, I can't even pretend to do, you know, the materialistic bullshit with people no more. Like, what's tea? Like, what's going on beneath the surface, honey? And he never could meet me there, you know, on top of other games that he played, like having other bitches that he was talking to long distance and sending them money to, and all type of tea that I found out. So he's been trying to get back in contact with me. And it's funny, I'll say this to you guys too, like even in our conversations recently of him coming back, the way that he talks, I could tell something's on him. Like, he doesn't seem like he's all there, you know? He doesn't seem like he's all there. And he's a Sagittarius, okay? And let me tell you something about them Sagittarius, not to generalize you girls, but Sagittarius men and Taurus men too, like, they tend to be hoes, you know what I'm saying? They really do tend to be hoes. And I don't like no hoish ass man. I don't like a man who, you know, I don't like no man like that, you know. Maybe back in the day, no, I ain't never like a hoe ass man, but you know, men who sometimes they're very suave and you could tell they're very charismatic and a lot of bitches will want them and stuff like that. I used to always attract men like that because I'm a beautiful person too. So, you know, in my mind it's like, okay, two attractive people coming together, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, coming back to, yeah, like even the way he's talking, like, I'm so spiritually keen now that I can pick up that something's on him, you know, in the desperation of what he's like asking of me, like, oh baby, I need to see you, and oh my god, da, da, da. I'm like, nigga, like, what are you on? Like, are you know, bitch, Gucci tennis shoes running from your issues, like, what's going on right now? You know, like, hitting me after it's been 2 years since I like, well, I think it's been a little bit longer than that, maybe like 2 years since I spoke to him. Yeah, it's been a while since I talked to you. And see, you don't come back into somebody's life. Only narcissists do this. Narcissists come back into your life like nothing has happened. You know, they don't even try to like smooth you into the situation no more. They just come back like hard and fucking heavy and fast and, oh baby, I miss you, like I want to see you, like send me pictures. And it's like, okay, bitch, I'll send you a motherfucking picture, bitch, of the neck up, honey, my beautiful mug. Oh yeah, I bet you've been working on that body, huh? Let me see you in some lingerie. Let me see them titties, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, bitch. And see, now I'm at a point that it's like, I used to react, you know, I used to have this sense about me to like tell a man off, you know, don't talk to me like that. What's wrong with you? You know, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, now I'm just such at peace that it's like, oh, okay, nigga, you stupid, like, LOL. Like, when I give you I read this comment somewhere that basically when a bitch writes you LOL, it's basically a fuck you. And it is, you know. I've definitely ended that note with a lot of fools with just an LOL, you know, them really pushing a boundary or just being inappropriate with me, and it's just like, LOL, girl. No response after that. And yeah, like, I had to pay this nigga dust, but his energy was definitely, he was also telling me about a little bit about his exploration, like some of the things he's been doing. And Taurus the same way. Like, when I went to this Taurus house or whatever, he was telling me like how he was now talking to some little 22-year-old boy. You know, like this 22-year-old boy, this man is 31, honey, my ex, honey, he's 31, talking to some 22-year-old boy who, you know, this boy want to bend over backwards for him, is in love, and it's like, you telling me this, you know. And I think he even told me like he had seen his other ex-girlfriend. It's like, you telling me this, it just, you are like digging yourself a hole. Like, you don't even understand. You know, same thing with Sagittarius. Like, you are digging yourself a hole by telling me that you've been out here fucking like slurping and lurping around, honey. Like, I do not want to fucking hear that shit. All that says to me is, girl, you're tainted. You're even more tainted. So, you know, I was definitely picking up on karmic debris and astral entities and just parasites on these people. Okay, now with my Pisces, honey, he and I are talking, you know, but I think we both, it's weird because like we're talking from a place of like the feelings, but it's like there's still this logic application that I think we both kind of recognize with each other, that it's like, yeah, you know, let's do this. Like, we're going, I don't know how to explain it. Like, we're flirtatiously cordial, you know, we're flirtatiously cordial, but I don't feel myself really pressed on him like that, and I don't get that same needy energy back from him either. Like, he could be very much putting up a front, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know who he was when we were together, and he was very needy and very like moody, very Pisces girl, you know, very that, honey. But he's not, we didn't have an act like that recently with one another. If you would have asked me, and it's funny, I don't do readings on like, I don't do readings on the guys that I'm seeing unless like I get a red flag. Like, I did readings on Taurus, bitch, and I think I don't know if I did readings on Sagittarius, but I definitely did a reading on Taurus, bitch. And the devil card, every time the devil card came up, every time. It was one time, bitch, I was at this nigga house, and he knew I do readings, but you know what time it is with me. And I was like just shuffling my cards because I love to, like, if I have my cards with me, I just like shuffle them. And one of the, like, a card just flew out and it fell on the floor face down, and I was like, I guarantee you I know exactly which card that is. And he was like, don't even say it, because like sometimes I would do readings for him there, and like the devil card would come up, you know what I'm saying? And so he was like, don't even say it. And then he picked up the card, and it was the devil card. For sure, it was the devil card. And I was just like, yo, like, you are just a mess, you know? So even through that whole episode, the spirits were constantly reminding me, honey, that was not the one. That he was tainted, he was broken, he was, you know, and that I was also chained and involved in this situation with him. We had this toxic cord, you know? But going back to, yeah, I haven't done a reading on Pisces. I have not. Sometimes when I'm in the mood, the motions of going in a relationship with someone, and it's good for the most part, I don't want to ruin it, because I know me, like, if I get that birth chart, bitch, which I did do his birth chart, I did do that. If I get a birth chart or do a reading, bitch, then I'm always gonna be thinking about that, you know, like, oh my God, you know, damn, the reading said this, like, is this why he's doing this, you know? So I try not to do that and just let myself experience, you know, having a relationship with someone. But he and I are back talking, but that's a whole nother story. See, I'm a little drunk, I'm a little tipsy now, so I'm kind of rambling. Getting back to the point of this video, you know, reach out to ReynaTeas if you guys are feeling the effects of astral parasites, you know, toxic etheric cords. We do cleansings, bitch. Right now we're in the spirit of cleansing. So like, bitch, we're calling now motherfucking angels, honey. Like, Michael and Raphael, honey, is gonna have to come through, because a lot of you girls, you know, y'all have been dealing with these people for some time. You know, when you have that real thick cord, like, you need them angels. You need them angels to come down. You don't need no more dark work, honey. You don't need no more dark work. You don't need no more bindings, no more honey jars, no more motherfucking, bitch, no more entrankles, spirit, none of that. Especially, and another thing, when y'all doing entrankles, ooh, bitch, when y'all doing entrankles spirit work, honey, Excuse me, having another sip. When y'all do intrinsic spirit work, y'all be calling on some, y'all don't understand, okay? Y'all be calling on some dark ass shit. At least with the, you know, when we talk about the goetic spirits that we work with, I think we said this in the last video or one video before, you know, those entities, they have rank, you know, they have a code that they honor and live, you know, and exist by and live. They exist by, you know. A lot of them are very, very wise, and I'm not saying that there are not those that are nefarious and bitches downright, you know, because some of them girls, they're really off the chain, honey, and we would not suggest working with some of these types. Even us ourselves have not made pacts or contacts with them, but for the most part, the ones that we've worked with and established relationships with, like, they don't be on that, you know. But you girls like to call a human tormented, like, hell-ridden spirit. Like, it's bad enough when a bitch is human, her damn, like, when a bitch is just walking the plane, being selfish and being nasty and being rude and just all the carnal energies that make up the human, you know, psyche and make you do all type of crazy shit, right? It's bad enough when bitches out here just doing the most nowadays, walking in the flesh. But then you call a girl like that's down in the gutter and latch them on to another person, and then you want to bring that back. Listen at that. Listen at that. It's no joke. Y'all, and we told you hoes in the fucking video, intrinsic spirit work is not love work. But see, it's a lot of the girls out here with the forums and the blogs and the writings, and yes, it's been so ritualized and blah 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 and so trendy now. It's like pop fucking culture now that everybody, oh, I want my lover back. Not even reconciliation work, bitch, intrinsic spirit. You know, this is not a game that you're playing with. You call on that dark ass entity, and that shit stains you and your partner, you and them. When I go watch that intrinsic spirit video, honey, I could not even, like, I couldn't. It was spider spirits. It was spider spirits waiting for me to get. They was like, bitch, come on. I had a dream. I'll never forget that dream, girl. And if you, in case you girls want to run a fact check, honey, I can tell it to you right off my head. Girl, I had a dream one time that I was, you know, because my ex, he didn't live very far from me at the time. This Taurus, okay? And in the dream, I was trying to get to his house, and I was going on foot. And when I reached his street, there was like this archway, you know, like this garden, this floral archway. And as I started to walk through the archway, I started to notice like spider webs and shit, bitch. Ooh, my skin is crawling now, child. I started to notice like spider webs, and I was like, bitch, what's tea? You know, I'm like, this is looking a little, you know. And lo and behold, like the spirit of a small cat ran past my legs. Like it ran through, and I was like, oh, you know. And it made me stop, okay? And when I stopped, I looked up, and there was, bitch, like this huge ass motherfucker, like it was balled up in a ball, just looking at me with them eyes, like if I would have took 2 more steps, I would have got took. You know what I'm saying? That intrinsic spirit, bitch, the manifestation of that shit would have got my ass too. And it was telling me, don't take. And my sister told me, okay, because it was my sister, bitch. Me, you know, I did the work too, but I was also in an emotionally vulnerable place. So, bitch, I turned it over to my sister. I was like, bitch, We gonna have to get this nigga. We gonna have to get his ass. And my sister, that black asshole, she went in on his ass and set that thing up. And she was like, bitch, you can, you know, when I do this, girl, you cannot go back to him. And I was like, okay, yeah, I understand. Let's do it, bitch. Let's rock his shit. You know, fuck him, blah, blah, blah. Like 3 weeks later, oh, girl, I want to go back to him. I miss him, blah, blah, blah. My sister was like, okay, now, you know, you're going to have to, like, get the spirit off of him. Or you're going to have to cleanse him, like, before you even do anything with him again. And I was having the dreams, you know, seeing those spirits manifest over in his shit. Not to mention when I went to see him one time, I believe it was the night I took him to the hospital. Bitch, it was a fucking spider web right outside his door. We're in the archway, like this between two podiums, honey. Spider. Okay, the crab shape. It was a crab. Yeah, I remember a crab-shaped spider, honey. And it was the same one from the dream. I was like, no. No, I want you, honey, but not that fucking bad that I'm finna, bitch, have my shit fucked up. Have my shit tainted. Y'all better stop dipping and diving out here and playing in this dark work like it's fucking fairy. Bitch, it is not a fucking fairy tale out here. This shit is real. Okay? And when you come to these root workers and you say to us, when you come to ReynaTeas and you say, I want in tranquil, I want the darkest bitch of the dark, I want his ass to suffer, blah, blah, blah. We go with that. We go with that. And then a lot of you girls, bitch, testimony, trial and true. 2 weeks in the work getting done. You know, a week in the work getting done, bitch. 3 weeks in the work. Oh, Reyna, I want him back, Reyna. Oh my God, I miss him so much. I want him back. Reyna. It's like, girl, don't you do it. Don't do it, girl. Because I might have another sip. Hold on. And then I'm going to close this video out because I'm starting to ramble now. But yeah, you girls need to stick with your fucking convictions or just be honest. Be honest about what it is that you want. You know, like, I get it. You know, you be in the throes of passion in the heat of the moment. You think about all the bad things he did, but yet you still love him, and or all the fucking shady shit she did, but you know, you still love her. You want them back and blah, blah, blah. You better off doing some cleansing and some reconciliation work. You are better off if you want the light-heartedness of the relationship to return. If you want to have some semblance of a former relationship, you're better off sticking with the light. Because when you go touching that dark shit, okay, it's not a fucking fairy tale, bitch. These hoes be touched. Okay, these people that y'all go to these workers and these workers be putting this shit on, these people be touched. Whether it look like the magic working or not, energy is being put out there, okay, on your behalf. These people are going in, meditating, sending dark, nefarious energy and entities to these people. Your ex, you know, y'all send us the pictures. We sit there hours, bitch, in hours in the night, calling, chanting, going in on. What the fuck you think happens over here? You know what I'm saying? Meditating in the darkness to conjure that up on your ex. Okay? And then y'all want the people, child, let me go ahead and wrap this video up. You better think about it, bitch. You better think about it. Because, honey, y'all really don't know what y'all are asking for to have come back into y'all lives. I'm telling you. From where I am right now, I can't. Because that thing is still on him. My Taurus, honey, I cannot, like, I will not, you know, I want to see him off. I want to, you know, say my final goodbyes. He's going to go back to Romania, and I will probably never see this nigga again a day in my life. But you know what? I don't even want that risk. I don't even want that temptation. I don't want him to try to kiss me. I don't want him to try to, you know, touch me, bitch, lay with me. I don't want to be in that situation to where, you know, that temptation is right there, because, you know, love does make us slip. You know, it makes us slip, honey. And before you know it, bitch, the curse is on your ass too. So, yeah, that is this video. Think of it as a bit of a rambly rant. You know what I'm saying? It was a bit all over the place, but I hope you guys do enjoy. We appreciate you guys so much, yo. You guys our ReynaTeas girls, you know what I'm saying? Y'all really come through. We appreciate all the comments, all the emails, the readings. You guys, we are learning and growing all together in this. Everything that we talk about here on ReynaTeas is through love, because at the same time, yeah, girl, you know, you could get this nigga back, but we be knowing half the time that what's better for you is on the other side. You know, it's too many people out here, bitch. It's too many. It's so many people, girl, like like, and that's funny, you know, working with Dante Lion, like, he was just kind of showing me, like, he showed me that it's so many people out here that I don't even want to be dealing with nobody right now, okay? Because when I started to work with him, and you guys that I watched the video where I was talking about, I think my Tranquil Spirit X came back or whatever. I think I mentioned that I was working on bringing the love and the self-love back to me. Like, it wasn't even trying to get nobody, none of that. And Dante gave me that and more, to where I was like just out and about, and the girls just be kind of giving me too much. Like, I'm just like, damn, like, okay, like, it's a bit too much. After a while, it reminds me of Sarah from The Craft, when she did that spell on that boy. You know, she was like, she wanted his ass so bad, you know, trying to get that boy, but then, like, he came around and he just started nagging her ass, and she was just like, damn, like, bitch, you're bugging, like, you're getting on my fucking nerves, kind of thing. So yeah, that's abundance for you. When it's more than you can really handle, you're just like, okay, I do need a little time alone. Thanks. So with that, again, contact us. We will leave our Big Cartel shop information description box below, as well as our email. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.